Good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Let's do it. Hello, hello. What's crack-a-lackin', everyone? Hey, Zebra Kicks, how you doing? Good morning. Buenos dias, Cesar. How are you? Good morning, Eric. Same verse as the first. I think I like live streams. Um, And I'm going to tell you and share with you my kind of line of thinking with live streams here in a minute. I'll wait for a few people to come rolling in. Wow. Wow, that's quite a few people. People can tolerate me. Jack Gallman, how's the weather in North Carolina? You guys getting cool out there? I'm willing to bet you guys have some beautiful fall foliage going on right now. Good morning, Jack. Good morning. VKK, Maine, hello. Marvin Varela. Hopefully, you guys have a moment to sneak out of work. Hopefully, you're not on the clock, because I don't endorse that. TW squared. Good morning. Foini Satelli. Good morning. I hope I got that right. Sometimes my pronunciation is on point, and a lot of that has to do with my Filipino heritage. So that's kind of helped out a little bit. Johnny Wilson, good morning. Melanie Solari. Well, hello, a fellow Sacramentoite. Catherine Ward, good morning. Joan Stevens Yates. Glenn Hart. Pennsylvania in the house. Yeah, I know you guys have some pretty foliage going on this time of year. Kimberly, hello. 1-888-963. Good morning from Wisconsin. Good morning to you. Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah, Marvin. I'm actually I follow the local Baltimore news. Was it WBAL or whatever it is on YouTube? So I get all of their notifications. Hopefully you're doing okay. Yeah, no problem, Foyne. Um, hey, Ferdy, how you doing? Welcome, George Love. Yeah, I'm gonna miss quite a deal with you, Lucille Goose from New Jersey. Yeah, yeah, you must be on lunch. I don't know. Yeah, absolutely, T squared. Yeah, please do hit the like button if you got some time. Hit the dislike button if you don't like anything about me or what I represent. Because, you can't please 100% of the people all the time. LJ, good morning. Indeed. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate all your support. Oh, Misty, it's a pleasure. I've had some experiences, and the experiences I like to share about. Um, in the hobby, of course. I've experienced other things in life, but that's a story for another time, for sure. Eric, yeah, of course. Pretty easy to do when you're the boss, right? Carrie Walton, good morning. Emperor Rex, loving the name. Someone has to be the emperor, right? Good day. Paul from Spartanburg. Hello, Paul. Arkansas in the house. Lori Brent, good morning. Or afternoon, rather. Or you might be, yeah, you're Central Time, right? Clayton, California. Stephanie, good morning. Yeah, Eric. Yeah, no big deal. I get it. You got to step out and do a little, wet break. Yeah. Hey, Amber, how you doing? Good to finally see you on one of these live streams. We've been so used to seeing each other on Facebook. Hopefully, you're doing okay. Well, a lot of great people on this morning. Jose Morales, good morning. Thank you, Joan. Appreciate it. I love hearing that. It validates what I do, and it makes me want to go on and be a part of your guys' day. Because I think I'm going to start doing more live streams. Good morning from Oregon, Jesse. Pleasure. Good to see you again, by the way. PDF One Treasures from Georgia. Wow. eBay is ripping people a new one in more ways than one, right? I can figure out a few things. Not to mention that I don't know if you guys know, postage rates are on the rise. I I sell a bunch of things on eBay, and I sell a wide, diversified mix of stuff. A lot of it collectibles, and I normally, well, I haven't listed a lot of things lately. So I have over 220 listings currently. But a lot of what I do sell is collectibles, and I've noticed when I went to do the shipping um, labels on eBay, rates have risen. So eBay had adjusted it on there as well. It's like a 10% bump. I mean, it may not seem like something, but a first class package that I'm sending relatively local or maybe West Coast generally had cost like I don't know, like $3.17. Now those local shipments are all the way up to like $3.65. So yeah, I mean, on the eBay side of it, luckily, um, we haven't seen like a jump in the seller rates and all that stuff. Um, Sheila, you like my beach theme? Thank you. It's my wife's idea, by the way. She's a beachy person. Believe it or not, this wall right here used to be a really dark brown. When we bought the house, it had kind of like a log cabiny, very dark feel. There is absolutely no way in the world I could shoot a video with that dark background. Plus, the ceiling was brown too, um, which made it feel like a dungeon in here. Even with the ring lights and the lighting setup and all that stuff, it really made it look very dreary in here. All right, so yeah, I'm such a bad host. I'm gonna go back and kind of catch up on more stuff here. Chudasama, hopefully I got that right. You got 1909 VDB penny price, please. I'm gonna give you a range for that. They could be anywhere from $3 to $4 for a well circulated kind of like maybe fine example. You don't see too many that are much worse than that. They're few and far between, but they could go up into the thousands. Now, really, condition plays an incredible role in the value of your coins. All right, so make sure you're aware of that. There are online price guides that you could utilize. You could always go on eBay to check it out. You could subscribe to a online price guide like I do. I do the dealer one for Numis Media. So I have the dealer subscription. It's $20 a month, but I use it quite a bit. Venomous Silverback, good to see you, man. Oh, I didn't know you were in Alabama. Cool. Eastern time in North Carolina. Jack, yeah. Johnny Wilson said, recently inherited coins late 1800 to 1944 from all over the world. Oh my goodness. The world coins, if you're not an old hand at it, it could take you a long time to go through. The research part of it is just insane. I used to do world coins up until I got to a point where I couldn't do it anymore. When I'm also doing U.S. coins and currency, It just became way too much. Silver Dude, you've been buying a lot of proof sets. That's not bad. You buying silver proof sets, or are you just buying all proof sets, like the clad ones, the modern era? Hi, Ann Poulis. Hi, watch this a lot. Thank you. Appreciate it. Silver Dude, silver proof sets. Oh, there you go. I just had to read two lines further. Uh, Keith Risk. We're gonna have to do a risk assessment on Keith Risk. Never fear, Keith Risk is here. You got it, man. Eddie, enjoy it's hump day. It sure is. Although it feels like a Thursday. I don't know why. I think this week has kind of been dragging a little bit. Um, thank you, Carrie. Appreciate it. Oh my god, the videos are not the highest quality. I'm not like a high end kind of production. That'll change soon. Looking to pick up a few pieces of equipment and possibly a new computer before the end of the year. That is, of course, the goal. Um, Monday market reports your favorite. Cool. Lamont Davis, appreciate it. Yeah, there's quite a bit of content from yours truly on here. So yeah, bombs away, I guess, right? You're probably already binge watching a lot of the stuff that we have here. Yeah, pirate ship's not bad, Eric. I've used them a few times. I've used stamps as well. Although I do need to process something through stamps.com, but I haven't looked to see if rates have risen there yet. All right, so we got Scoop in the house. Cave. Irish Feral Wall. Is that your name? Interesting. Lucille, good morning. Yeah, TW squared. I did hear something to that effect. Kerry Walton, thank you for the $2 donation. That is very awesome. Appreciate it. Deviate Stacker, good morning, sir. Star Bills, great question. Emperor Rex, I mean, Star Bills is one of those things that as you obtain them, you always check the print run. Okay, it's kind of like what I do. I'll tell you what I do when I get Star Notes. I go on mycurrencycollection.com. And even if you're not into currency, that's always a good website to bookmark into your smartphone or your laptop. And you check the print runs. Usually I like ones, twos, and fives because it's a low investment amount. And you if a star note from either one of those denominations has a low print run, like say 320,000, then that's a note, like a $1 bill with a 320,000 print run can be worth in circulating condition around $20. I mean, it's not bad. And that's the reason why you always check those. But what I also like to do with star notes is just to amass a whole bunch of them because you're going to come across a bunch of these star notes with these large print runs, like 3.2 million. They're not worth really selling individually unless they're crispy, high grade, like freshly printed. And I'll assemble full $100 straps of these common star notes and sell them online for double face. Works every single time. If you guys are looking to make a little bit extra money, yeah, the process is slow as dirt, but you could double up just about every time. Brandon Luwanag. Aloha, my Filipino brother. Aloha to you. Yeah, I've heard about the auction professor. He's fantastic. I like him. Well, I didn't watch specifically what he talked about, but I talked about we have a few people on our Q&A panel that bought from a specific seller that's well known on eBay, and they each returned their coins because it wasn't as described. But the process of actually buying the coin, getting it shipped, and all that was perfectly fine up until you get to the return aspect of it, because the seller really made you feel like crap. He guilt tripped you, like, oh, I don't sell, coins, just so that they could be graded or flipped or anything like that. So he was making every excuse in the book, um, to really let the buyer of these coins really feel bad about it. But the return process where you get refunded your money, he was drawing it out all the way up to the maximum days. It was like 3 days, 5 days, or whatever it is. And he ended up on one occasion gave half of the money back. So yeah, kind of a big deal. The video in itself was overwhelmingly positive to the community, but there were also a few people that said, "Well, you know, you're taking money out of that guy's mouth." I'm like, "Yeah, well, if you're not playing by the rules and you're cheating the system, then what makes you think that you're entitled to that money?" You know, you have to sometimes get knocked off a peg or two and then go back and work your way back up. But anyways, yeah, I'm not going to get back into that rant. What I really wanted to talk about, and by the way, I'm scanning through all of the comments. They're kind of slow going. Silver Wolverine, good to see you, man. I'm doing a-okay. It's a Wednesday. My allergies are kind of crazy. We've had pretty bad winds the last 2 days. It's just a change in the weather. So if I seem nasally, like more than usual, that's what's happening. But I'm gonna do more live streams, probably 2 or 3 of them a week. I hope you guys don't mind. And the big reason why I wanted to do that was so that way I could be more conversational with my audience. I want to get to know you guys a little bit more because you guys are what shape this channel. Yeah, I go out and pump out the content, but you guys know me. I have 1,600 plus videos on there, and it is unreasonable me because I'm also the owner of the channel. I am the admin, the mod, you know, on certain occasions. I'm also the guy that reads all the comments and all that great stuff. And I can't manage all of it. And I'm considering finding an admin to help me out with it. I don't know. We'll see. But Amber, Central Virginia history. Man, that's pretty deep and rich, huh? Goes all the way back to the colonial age and Civil War history and just a multitude of things you could find out there. I mean, if you got, you know, if you're a metal detectorist, I don't know as much as I want to. Even though I lived in Southern Maryland, I should have known a little bit more. But you know, you had big battle sites. You know, Appomattox, and then all the other colonial towns, Jamestown, Williamsburg. I mean, you know, there's a lot of places out there, but um, yeah, there's like 100 comments I completely missed. So George Love, are you referring to a 5.5 steps in BU condition? What is that? That can't be a Buffalo nickel because they don't have steps. If it's a Lincoln cent, they don't attribute strike designation on Lincolns, although it seems like they should, right? Because there's a ton of steps on the reverse on that Lincoln Memorial. Yeah, if you could clarify that for me. Chief Stacker, good to see you, man. How you doing? Lucille, if you want, you could send us an email. Right now, we're not taking any shipments or anything like that because rates have increased. Plus, there's a lot more liability on your coins if it got lost. We don't want to be we don't want to be responsible for that. So just straight up, I mean, otherwise, I would say yeah, let's do it. But seeing as how during the holidays there's an uptick in theft in the postal system, and if by some off chance you don't package it well, then that could be problematic. So we are eliminating that. The only thing that we are shipping out is stuff on our end that go out to our guests and viewers. We're doing giveaways for the fall season through our channel livecoinqna.com. Things like that. And I might even do a little coin giveaway this year during the holidays. I usually do it every year, but we had some issues last year. People trying to claim the coins that other people had won, and that was kind of a big deal. So I'm kind of I'm gonna squeeze it a little bit. Probably give out just a few coins this year, and you know I'm gonna have to figure out a different way to do the giveaways. on a deeper level that's more legit, that is going to be something that's going to be easy for myself to manage. Most expensive, bar none. You could go ICG or Annex, Emperor Rex. Marvin, you're having trouble ordering online? Oh, it really depends. It's actually one of the safest, securest, is that a word? Places to shop for. Hey, Jack, very nice. I know people have been having trouble, grasping the concept of a BEP brick or strap, but they're out there. Your bank can't order them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is a pumpkin cream cold brew, in case you're wondering. I don't order it that much, but someone had mentioned, why do you eat so much refined sugar? I mean, does it show? Maybe a little bit. Hey, if it's on any consolation, I've lost 21 pounds since July. I know it's pretty hard to grasp, but my wife has me on a program because I do have hypertension and all that great stuff. So we want to make sure we keep Blue Ridge around for a little while. All right. Yeah, a lot of your coin questions, ladies and gentlemen, you could field them to our email. I'm gonna go ahead and type it in from my other channel. Send us your best possible images. You're gonna see it come up on Blue Ridge Collectibles. Eduardo, your Elizabeth coin, your 2 pence. Go ahead and send it to us. Let's take a look, and then let's go ahead and have a chat. Oh, Venomous, you must be blessed with the really good metabolism. I kind of inherited this from my parents, and then their previous generation, and all that stuff. So. Amanda McCarthy, good morning. How you doing? Good to see you. Hey, there's Coach MTG. Good morning, man. How you doing? Coach, you know what? It never fails to try and start a Lincoln Cent collection. The series goes from 1909 to the current date, so it's a very long series, and it's very breathtaking. And as you collect the coins, you're gonna come across coins that are really, really expensive. Like your 1909S VDB. VDB, by the way, is the initials. That's on the reverse of the coin at the bottom. They didn't make them all that way. They have a 1909S. S means it's minted in San Francisco. So that's on there as well. And then you have a few other dates, the 14D, the 22 plane, 31S. A number of teens coins are quite scarce too. But you can't go wrong with Lincoln Cents. If you want something that's more of a budget build, try out Jefferson Nichols. And what you can do is Jefferson Nichols, and any date. You can pick just about any date except maybe the 39D and the 1950D, which will probably cost you like 15, 20 bucks for a nice mint state example. But you could put together a really nice Jefferson nickel collection in all high grade for probably less than 200 bucks. And you could you could cherry pick each individual coin and buy them as you go, pop them in your album, and enjoy it that way. Yeah, Chief Stacker, we got the live coin Q&A live stream. It's every Monday, although we're gonna have a bye week, which we don't have a live stream at all in 2 weeks. So we have our upcoming Monday stream, and our bye week, I believe, and then the next 4 weeks we have live streams. Oh, cool, Michael. Yeah, absolutely. Amanda, what bank is closed near you? Like your local bank that you go to? Do you have to go to another bank in another town, or what's the deal? Mike Lawson, yeah, go ahead and send us an email. I posted my email And what I'll do, let me see if I could pin this. Or maybe not. Maybe I can't do that. We'll see. Let's see if I can find. I guess I can't. I don't know how to pin it up to the top. I'll work on that. I'm kind of like not exactly new to live streams, but I do it so infrequently. Huh, strange. Well, I know our bank had closed for a week because they had a couple people that came up with the virus. This was like 3 weeks ago. But it wasn't the only bank in the area. We got like 4 of our banks in the greater Sacramento area. Oh, Julio, you can always come back, brother. Watch it from beginning to end if you'd like. Yeah, Guy Rod. Yeah, sugar is on the top of the food pyramid. By the way, you like my flashing little thing here? Probably looks better when it's like dark in here, all spooky like. But yeah, you're welcome, Eduardo. Appreciate it. Oh, Diona, 2 rolls? 2 rolls of each denomination they could only give you? It means you have to go to another bank and they're going to give you 2 rolls of each. At least it's something, right? Yeah, there are banks that are just having a heck of a time getting rolls. I talked to my branch manager like a week ago. She put in an order for like $1,500 and assorted rolls, and they only ended up getting like $150 worth. Crazy, crazy stuff going on there. Yeah, the whole hiring thing too as well. That is problematic right now. Robin Lynn, it really depends. It could be a coin that's been subjected to some sort of chemical type of corrosion, which is quite common, especially if a coin's been dug or buried for a while. For those of you that are in the East Coast, this is a very common thing because of the alkali and all the various types of minerals that's in the ground. We'll generally take any coin and turn it black, but it really depends on the area that you live in. Big Bubba serving up some tips, guys. If you're looking to coin roll hunt, go into any high senior citizen community. We actually have a few of them. Yeah, no kidding. I actually my last solid roll of silver dimes that I had picked up from the bank came from one of these locations where there was a high concentration of seniors, and that was 10 years ago. So this was not anything that was recent. Yeah, some banks are ridiculous. Chief Stacker. I know that they will not give you anything. We have Chase Bank. That's one of our banks we use, and yeah, they're not playing ball. It's completely possible financial education. If you'd like, you could send us an email to info@livecoinqa.com. I'll go ahead and retype it again. This time I'm going to copy and paste just for later. Yeah, you could do the car washes thing too. Although the owners of the car washes, I know a few of them that do get kind of upset if you hoard all the coins because they know they have issues getting the coins as well. Yes, Scoop. It depends. I don't know what you see or anything like that, but it doesn't take much to completely ruin a wartime silver nickel. So, um, anywhere from like horrible storage solutions, lots of humidity, um, lots of moisture will kill a nickel sometimes. It won't tone very well. but it has to be the right kind of atmospheric conditions for it to do so. The Cherry Picker's Guide, Susan, is a book that has just straight up varieties. Any variety that you can find on US coins usually will be in the Cherry Picker's Guide. Unfortunately, the new guides won't be coming out until next year. Coin Help You, Daniel Malone, had done a video probably a week or two back. He had talked to one of the main publishers of the Cherry Picker's Guide, and he had announced that it would be next year at the earliest. It's not going to be during the holidays. But if you're looking to get into like roll hunting, cherry picking, like coin shops and shows, that's a fantastic book to have. You read it up and down. I know the Lincoln Cent section pretty well. Yeah, Coach, I'm working on it. I got another 50 pounds to go. I won't be able to fill up the camera as well. All right, so you guys saw the title. I titled this live stream eBay Selling Effectiveness and Success During the Most Active Time of Year. Guess what? The holidays is the most active time of the year for transactions on eBay. All right, so I wanted to maybe field your guys' questions. You guys have questions specifically revolving eBay when it comes to buying, selling, or any part of the process. Because it's going to start getting hot and heavy right around now for about the next 60 days. It begins to slow down a little bit right as you go into the week of Christmas and into the last week of the year, when more people opt to shop locally and try and pick up deals. So... Yeah, Venomous Silverback. You can certainly get the Cherry Picker's Guides on digitally, and if you guys are interested, I got them in the description box below. So if you want to go in there, I think it's $20 or $10 or something like that. It's cheap, but that's if and only if you're okay with popping it onto your iPad or your Kindle. I mean, is Kindle still a thing? I don't know, but. Yeah, that is another option for you. RV parks, really, Alicia. I did not know that. That's awesome. I guess that's another. I mean, I didn't really think about it because they do have laundromats on site. My parents had an RV at one point. We used to go and hang out with them. This was after he had retired and all that. So I do know that is the thing. Oh, thanks, Scoop. Appreciate it. Oh boy, good old Wells Fargo. I used to have an account with them. It did not end well. Did not end well. Let's just say the girlfriend I had at the time was using my account for some shady activities. So she seemed nice. But... Yeah, Chief Stacker, are you finding the spiked head die cracks on those 2021s? People are actually selling those for like $5 online. $5 a pop. And if you got just an overabundance of them, you could probably sell a full roll for a good chunk of money. A full roll of these spiked heads you could probably sell for $30, $40. Yeah, you'll sell them at a discount, but man, if you wanted to move them, Amanda, I don't show biases. You know, they call it consumer advocacy, right? We're all in to kind of like drive awareness. That's what's important. Because if things are going badly, and it's affecting more people, and it's not readily known or apparent at first glance, then people need to know about it. Marvin, I would do both. Marvin, you are in luck though, because the Baltimore Whitman show is coming to town, I believe in November. That's a big coin show. And even though it's a big coin show, don't feel timid about going there, because they got coins of all dollar amounts. You could walk in there with $100 bill and you could have your way. Seriously, you could probably spend like a good solid like 4 or 5 hours just looking through all of the cherry picking, all sorts of inexpensive stuff and finding stuff that's worth like 5, 10, 20, 30, $40 a piece. But the Baltimore Whitman show is right around your neck of the woods, man. Check it out. Frank, you need to start selling? You just have too much stuff or you need the money? Oh, Kindle on Android. Gotcha. Oh, 39 Jefferson Nickel, 5.5 steps. Yeah, you want to send me a picture? I mean, the coin has to be mint state because 39 is a common date for a full strike. It's only when you get into the 50s where kind of becomes a chore. Jack, I mean, if that's the case, I would do it. If you have the opportunity to buy full boxes, you do it, and you do it now. Because I guarantee you, there's going to be more pressure as we get into the holidays, and people are scrambling to make sure that their little gift shops and little thrift stores are open, and there's going to be a lot of cash transactions this year, more than last year, obviously, because the whole country was kind of like weird. 300 spike heads, jeez. I guess it's not a rare coin, right? Although if you went and bought another box, I guarantee you probably won't find any spike heads. Because if it's one box, then they're all from the same like sets of dies that were used to produce those coins. That's probably why you have 300 of them. But it might be the only 300 that you see anywhere for a while. The seem nice thing. Yeah, Scoop. I get it. People will do a lot of things to seem very very approachable in the beginning, but they have ulterior motives. Obviously, money blinds people. Uh, Whoa, newsflash, right? Yeah, high pockets. Physical metal right now because nobody gives a flying rat's do you know what for paper stock. Um, One of the guys on our panel had a vintage Engelhard bar, like a bread loaf. I'd have to say it was a 3 ounce bar, but it was an old vintage one, and they were like selling for like $600, $200 an ounce. So yeah, for any name brand stuff, Engelhards and Silvertown bars and what is that? Credit Swiss, Pam Swiss, any bars, gold and silver is fetching a huge premium right now, and not because we're in the holidays. Venomous, is that where you dump your coin? Is that the convenience store? Hey Keith, yeah, I would love to see that 1834 5 franc. Send us an email if you need it. There you go. A chicken nugget chip is still a chip nonetheless. Now, there is a pretty substantial Washington crossing the Delaware quarter that has all sorts of like smaller die chips. They still sell for $5 to $10. So people are buying them to collect the actual size progression of the die chips. I mean, getting 20 times face for a quarter just seems crazy to me. And I'm in the hobby, so this is me giving you my unbiased thinking about how you could take just a regular piece of pocket change with a 25-cent face value and turn around and flip it for $5-10. So, oh, Eric, cool. Hey, let me know how that goes. I want to know more about what you're getting. Catherine, I'm trying to figure out why did it sell for $2,000? You said it was on eBay? And how recently was this? Was this within the last maybe 30 days? I'm gonna check it out right now. I'm actually jumping on. I figure the stream will go on for about 45, 50 minutes. But if you guys have any eBay questions regarding selling during this time of year, I would say if you guys have stuff to sell, make sure you do it. When it comes to coins, of course, my best advice is to, especially the coins that don't typically have like a high turnover rate where you like post it and you sell it right away. Don't don't unnecessarily sell something and do like a 7-day auction for a lot of like the lesser known coins, like various errors and stuff like that. Usually errors and varieties. I like to put it up for a specific amount of dollar amount that I am willing to let them go for without getting too crazy. You know, there are certain coins that just don't justify $100, for example. Like a Spikehead, 2021 Lincoln Shield Sense Spikehead is not a $100 coin because obviously he has 300 of them, right? So within reason, but you have a ton of listings and then you'll sell them periodically. But your marquee coins that does have a high view rate and a high rate of bidding, you definitely want to do like a 7-day auction. So keep in mind 7 days, and then for you to get your money on eBay, it's 2 days after the processing has been done, and then you got to ship out the coin. But don't spend your money till your customer's happy. So make sure you reach out to them, make sure they receive their coin. You said it's a 69D, right, Lincoln? For $2,000? I could go back 90 days, so we'll see what we got here. All right, the one I see, actually I see a number of them that have sold for 1,000 with one bid. So, and yeah, it's not a legit sale because they spelt mint mark MENT. Yeah, a lot of yeah. I don't see anything for $2,000. The only thing that looked reasonably interesting is a 20 roll BU set of 69D original bank wrap Lincoln cents, Union National Bank of Joliet. Did I pronounce that right? Where's that? Illinois. Sold for $200. That's it. Hey Eric, I went on Ida's stream this morning. Are you guys getting buffering issues by chance, or does it sound like it's okay? Yeah, that sounds like an Etsy price. I will say that. High Pockets. Catherine, if you want, you could email us a link to that listing so I could see it. Yeah, 69D D is notorious for the no FG. It actually has its own Cherry Picker's Guide FS number. The 69S no FG does exist, but it's not recognized as a variety. Go figure, right? And then there's a 70D, a 1970. So. Oh, crispy mofo. Yeah, man. I mean, if you're looking for mint errors, new coins are where it's at. Frank, you know this guy? You're talking about me, right? The guy that did 3 live streams in 1 week, which is unprecedented for what I normally do. Yeah, Scoop, here's what I would do. Because you know any eBay, and here's another eBay tip for you guys. Any sale that's under $20, you could ship out with first class tracking in a plain white envelope for 91 cents, I believe. Do that. And here's what I would do for the spike heads. I would take an obverse, a reverse picture, and a close up of the spike on top of Lincoln's head, and you would only have those 3 pictures on your listing. Do like a buy it now listing, free shipping, because you want to add free shipping. It gets people pumped up for buying it. And try this out. I don't know how quickly they'll sell. Do like $6.99 free shipping. Or if you want to do more than that, you can do $8.99, $9.99. $6.99 just seems to be a nice sweet spot of a number for something like that. But check previous listings first. I have to do my pocket change market report this evening, so you'll be able to see a few listings within the last 90 days of the Spikehead 2021 Lincoln, and then go off of that. There can't be too many. There's not a whole lot. Well, if it's a no FG 69 franc, and maybe it's a top pop grade like it's Mid State 67 by PCGS, I could see $2,000. I can't believe I'm saying that, but to a registry set person, I mean that's like right in the wheelhouse. Um, the Warden, that's a great question. Here you go. I'm gonna go ahead and post it in chat. Info at livecoinqa.com. You guys have coin questions. We have a good, awesome panel of folks that can help you out and take a look at your coins. Make sure you provide. Oh, Cindy, thank you, my lady. Make sure you provide the best full obverse and reverse pictures and any relevant close-ups of the anomaly that you want us to look at. That's important. But go ahead and send it on down. We'll take a look at it. We have a group of 7 or 8 people that look at these emails daily. I'm one of them. So. Yeah, Emperor Rex. I wish I had more stuff to say. I mean, I've been fielding a lot of other different questions from chat, which is awesome. But obviously, you guys want to try and kind of balance the 5 or 7 day auctions on eBay along with the buy it now listings. So if you had a good combination of both on there and you just have a bunch of listings of both, you guys will do okay. And that's how you're successful. And the same when you're sourcing out other collectibles, like sports cards is another one that I'm into heavily. And you sell stuff like this all the time. Basketball season's back. Football is like in week 6 right now, and it's baseball playoffs, and hockey's coming back. So you guys source out sports cards too, if you can get them cheap enough. Oh, really? 3 of them already? Wow, someone's been getting busy. I'm willing to bet it's probably Chuck. Chuck buys many boxes of new, fresh Lincoln sets all the way back in March or whenever they first come out. And he pays quite a bit of money. He pays like $75 to $100 a box when they first come out, which is quite reasonable. And he'll go through and look at every single one of these new coins, and he finds new doubled dies because he attributes them as well. He puts them on his website, coppercoins.com, by the way, along with a few others. Oh, did you submit one, Crispy? Say yours is number 3 on the attribution. Hey, Davey, that's a fantastic coin. Why don't you go ahead and send us a picture? I want to see that. If you got no coin chops, we could help you. The most important thing is, what does the coin look like? But yeah, take a really good close-up or a really good obverse and reverse picture of your coin, and then send it on down. Randy, I think Chuck is kind of he's been really busy lately with all of the auctions and stuff. He's trying to get through them the best that he can. Guadalupe, where's the Lupe for short? That's a tough one. I would say eBay, but if you have a local coin shop, they do have these. You just need to know if whether or not they're search through. And if they're in original paper roll stock, you could tell because the ads will be flipped. They'll be opened. Chuck is a beast, but he needs to take a little bit of a break and catch up on all of his auctions and his shipments. Impressive, Silverback. Alicia, you will come to a happy medium. Okay, if you're gonna sell bulk, you gotta keep in mind that the coins that you're selling aren't worth no more than 50 cents to $1 to $2. In that case, it's not worth selling on an individual listing basis for each one of those coins because there's fees involved. There's 13.5% for the fees that come off the top, and then you gotta ship the thing, and it can be a lot more work than you realize. And then in those particular instances, you just sell it as a lot. You sell them in lots of 10 or 15 or 20 or whatever your flavor is, or full rolls if they have, a bunch of any one specific error or variety on there. James, I do. Yes, sports cards. I was more into it last year. You know the reason. Sports cards was all the rage last year. And graded cards, PSA and BGS graded. My PSA invoice for this year is insane. It's way too much. And my wife's always giving me grief about it too, and that's fine. I deserve it. Matt Hybert, not necessary. Not unless it's like a really nice mint state condition coin, or maybe one of those really well known variety types like the petite head and the knob on ear and all that stuff. You don't have to grade them. As a matter of fact, you should let me know what you have. There might be a few coins I might buy from you because I do coppers. Pokemon is big. They got the new celebrations that just came out. I don't think I'm going to be breaking them on my channel. If you guys know, I have another channel called Blue Ridge Collectibles, and I do all that stuff. I do video games and collectibles investing. And by the way, I have a podcast that's going to be launching here in the next week. It's called The Ridge. So I will let you guys know when that is. I'll even give you guys I'll even throw up on my community page the podcast art, so that way you guys know what that looks like. $12 effigy mound quarter strike through. Not necessarily. I mean, how good are your pictures? Kelly, if you want, email me your link. Let me take a look at it, and then I'll field you a little bit of advice on how you can make that listing better. It's quite possible it might be too expensive, depending on the size of the strike through, because there's some incidental strike throughs, like on the Tuskegee Airmen strike through on the reverse, where the strike through is right on the building and it looks like the building got blasted by a missile. That thing is amazing. But that's one of those things that's like, it makes sense, why it's on there. Plus the Lincoln Cent one where he's like smoking a cigarette and it looks like a strike through right there. Wow, that's cool. Financial education. Yeah, I pulled it was for my daughter. I pulled a really off center, just basic rare. It wasn't a foil or anything, and you could see part of the next card on the miscut. Yeah, you could come across some pretty insane stuff. Alicia, appreciate it. Venomous, don't get too deep into it, man. You could get in trouble because there is a pretty big gambling component to cracking packs, and unless you're doing it for fun and you got the endless array of money to do that, all the more power to you. But yeah, I got in a little bit of trouble last year cracking packs because sports cards got way too expensive, Pokemon cards got way too expensive, and you know there's no justification for it. Luckily, some prices have come down a little bit. Yeah, I give my daughter all the cards, with the exception of maybe a few cards I've sent out to PSA. So Yeah, Kelly, I want to look at it, and we might highlight it on our Monday live stream coming up, so that way we could let folks know that that is available on eBay for you. We'd be more than happy to do that. Joni, I am hoping that they're going to go up 30 days before Christmas. They're at an all-time low. I sold my set for 250 the other day. That's dirt cheap. Way cheap. But I didn't need it. I ended up buying a coin that I really did love, and I still made money. It's not a lot of money, probably $50 net. Yeah, John, that is a common pairing, man. That's a common occurrence to have a spike head and a cracked skull. They go hand in hand. So yeah. Well, it's before I go for the day, Keith. It's funny that you brought that up because the U.S. Mint made available again the 2 coin reverse proof set at like 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time this morning. Some of you probably got the notification, and they probably had maybe 200 or 300 sets after they've scrubbed through all the orders and got rid of all the duplicates. And they put it back on this morning, and it's sold out within an hour. It depends on the date, Emperor. If you have like a really early date from like the 40s and 50s, you know, I know for some people it's really hard to just not open it, but especially if it's a date that is particularly loaded with varieties. Mick James, there's a lot of YouTube channels. In addition, probably the best resource is Facebook. I'm part of a few sports card groups on there, and they could help you out if they're not too egotistical. Which you come across a few of those guys every so often. But Facebook, I've had tremendous success identifying and talking about sports cards and Pokemon for that matter. You can think about any type of group, it's on there. So, Scoop, yeah, it's normal. The tolerances for mid-mark position back in the 20s and 30s was, they weren't all the same. So you did have different variances. Sometimes the mint mark would be a little bit to the left, up, down. But there was a specific style of the mint mark that is authentic to that particular date. So, the thing you got to worry about is someone put a mint mark on a specific date, to juke the buying public. Yeah, you're welcome, McJames. Anytime, man. Yeah, Joni. Yep. It's some good information. I've had a lot of experiences. Yeah, Scoop, definitely do a little homework. Because if only one coin had sold in like 90 days, it's not going to be a fast seller. Put it up as a buy it now listing and just leave it. So. Norma, did you submit your inquiry through our email? I'll put it on one more time, so that way if you need to, you could always send us an email. I wasn't sure if you did that. I haven't looked at our email box for the live coin Q&A in about a day and a half. So, but we have other people that have looked at coins. So maybe I'll reach out to them and see if that got looked at. Yeah, Sean, we'll take a look at them. We have our show on Monday, so we go hot and heavy over the weekend going through emails. Yes, I am using YouTube Studios, especially when I'm away from the office, or I'm out in the field and I have to do work on YouTube. I'll use the YouTube Studio for like editing and stuff like that. You're welcome, Sean. Yeah, well, I'm gonna kick off here. We're at 60 minutes for crying out loud. 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern. Financial. We'll be on. Oh, cool, Keith. I think I remember seeing that too. That's something that I've come across at a few yard sales. Tommy, yes, they will become more valuable. And I'm giving you my best financial advice on that one. The mintage is only 2 million apiece. The American Memorial in 2019, and then there's one in 2020. Those coins are already up to like 40 plus bucks, but they have to be mid state. Any future West points that you find in change that are pretty well circulated, yeah, they're not going to be fluid with the market. It's only like the early finds, the mid state stuff. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off. My device is at 10%, so that's no bueno for you guys. I want to thank you guys. So if I didn't go too deep and hard into eBay stuff, hopefully you guys got a little something out of it. But you guys enjoy the rest of your afternoon. You're welcome, Deborah. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. But in any event, Cindy, thank you for hanging around. She's the star mod today. All right, guys. You guys have a good one. I can Apex. I'm getting all the Morgans and stuff in here in the next few weeks, so I'll do some videos with that. Or if you wanted to see vintage Morgans, I could do that too. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys too. Yeah, Venomous. I'll go ahead and put it down one more time there for you. So it's in chat. So you got coin questions. Go ahead and flow them our way. Dale, you're coming in just as I'm leaving. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So, all right, take care, guys.